Now we're able to provision our first node. I've turned on a small testing device to show the provisioning process. Press the Add Node button and grant permissions for the Bluetooth scanner to scan for devices. At our office, we have a bunch of unknown mesh devices. The one I would like to provision is EA34, so I click on it. The app will propose a couple of things. First, the name is taken from the advertising data, but we can change it if we want. Here we change it to test node. Next, we could choose one of our app keys, but as we only have one app key, the right one gets selected automatically. The name of our test node is just the local identifier. It is not stored inside the mesh itself. I click on Identify, which loads more information about our device. It shows the element count of the device and the unicast address that will get assigned during provisioning. We can change the unicast address here, but usually you don't want to change it. It gets incremented automatically for each device that we did provision. Now I start the provisioning process, which will initiate the key exchange between our phone and our test device. Please note the disconnect button at the top, which indicates that we are still connected to that node. Here we can see the mesh elements, the unicast address, and even more information. At the very bottom, you can see which node features are available and whether or not they are turned on. We go back up. Here we see the list of mesh elements and the address of each element. The first element gets the unicast address of the node itself. The address of the second element is incremented by 1, and so on. The first element contains 2 models and the rest of the elements contain 1 model. Here we can change the name of the element. That might be useful if you have a node with many elements and you might get confused by a long list of generic names. Also, we can expand the view to reveal the models provided by this element. This element contains 2 models, the configuration server and the generic on-off server. The next 2 elements only contain a single generic on-off server, and the last element only contains a vendor model. If you want, you can click on the model to get even more details, but that's something for the next video.